What's up, folks? It's a little bit dark in here. I'm here to train a 1-week project management course, and what do you know? I end up seeing there's a piano right behind me, so I'm about to have some fun. Just gonna play to my heart's content. Sorry, the lighting is really bad lighting. Anyway, here we go. So I've put the PMBOK guide on the back burner for just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes while I enjoy myself. That's right, I'm not teaching project management today, folks. This is one day I get to play the piano. I don't often run into pianos like this, but when I do, I love to play them. Hey, Damendra, how you doing? Thanks for watching, man. Look, I just needed a break from the PMBOK guide. It was getting a little bit too much. So when I walked in here, I'm actually in Philly right now. As I walked in here and I saw a piano. You got that right, Anand. Yeah, as soon as I walked in and saw the piano, I knew there was no way I wasn't going to tickle it a little bit. Good to see you. So remind me, have you taken your exam yet or not? You taking your test? Or are you gearing up for the 6th edition? Which one? 6th edition or 5th? Oh, 23rd of March. Wow. That's coming up on Friday. Anand, oh my gosh, yours is on Wednesday. The 5th edition. Wow. I hope you guys are ready. You know, the closer it gets, the more you need to take your foot off the gas a bit, you know. The closer it gets, the easier you need to take it so that you don't go in. And yeah, you're going to do well, don't worry. Take your foot off the gas a little bit and do some stress relief. Jen, how you doing, Jen? Jen has been hammering away at those mock exams, haven't you, Jen? Have you taken all of those, all of the minis, the 50 question ones, Jen? Wow, the whole night. Wow. Make sure you take your foot off the gas so you can process the information. That is a big one, you know. The processing of the information is big. Jen, what do you have left? Because I know you've been hitting it really hard. So do you have have you taken the marathon mock, Jen? I know you've taken the marathon mock. Oh, good. Abena, good to see you. You're studying for the 6th. Good. We're going to come out with our 6th stuff towards the beginning of April. Before then, we should have something that people can get. Oh, very good, Jen. Oh, that's a good sign right there. That is a great sign, a sign of success. That is awesome. Cool. Well, don't forget, folks, there's so much stuff on the channel, you know. Look around. There's about 500 or 600 videos. I've even lost count of how many they are. And just see which video will work for what you're trying to achieve. April 14th. Wow. Oh my God. You've already booked it? Wow. That is quite remarkable. I think you're the first person to be taking the exam so quick after the new exam comes out. That's cool. Ah, okay. Very good, Anand. It's good you left some space in there, and anything that you realize as a gap, just close it. Yeah, the more you close the gaps, the better it's going to be, because the mock exam doesn't lie. If it says you're ready, you're ready. So there's a lot of talk about this. So Agile will feature on the exam, but it's not going to be to the degree people are thinking, in my opinion. You know, a lot of people think it's going to be maybe 30% or 20% Agile. No. It's just going to be sprinkled in, just like professional responsibility has been there for a while. So they sprinkle professional responsibility into the mix. But if you take a look at the entire guide, I mean, the concepts, trends, tailoring are important as well. The considerations for Agile would make sense if you are managing an Agile project. So I don't expect them to take a bunch of things from there and test you on it. I expect they would test you on, like, you know, release planning in chapter 6. Abina, if you take a look at chapter 6, it has the release planning image. So if you understand the philosophy behind that, I think you should be good. I don't think they're going to go over the top. Oh, there will be questions on Agile during the test. We just don't know how many. We're not 100% sure what the concentration area is going to be. You know, PMI, they don't tell you stuff, you know. So you just have to be ready. But if I were you, being getting ready for the exam, I would say definitely look at release planning and understand how that tapers down from the top all the way down into tasks. I think that will really help you for your 6th edition exam. You might also want to just take a look at some casual agile 101 videos. Yeah, on YouTube. You might want to check out Sally's channel. She has a good channel with some videos. Last name Ellata. Check out her channel because she got some good videos that will help you, in my opinion, to firm up your agile knowledge. They're not called ACP videos or PMP videos, but I think they go by agile videos. Check those out. Those may be able to get you to a firmer understanding of agile. Yeah, instead of wondering what to do with the practice guide, the agile practice guide, take a look at her videos. They may help you. The last 2 days, wow. So the last 2 days to the exam, I've come out with a video in the past week. What you need to do, aside from eat, pray, sleep, what you need to do is have a plan. And your plan should be, how am I going to find what is mine on the exam? Because on the exam, there's a bunch of stuff that's yours. How am I going to find it? What am I going to do if I haven't found it after 5 minutes? You need to come out with a plan to find your gimmies, find your pot of gold. And your pot of gold are the questions that we might as well say Dharmendra wrote these questions. You know what I mean? That those are the kind of questions I'm talking about. Hi Bim, how you doing? Good to see you on here. Last minute tips for March 25th exam. Yeah, I traveled, so as you can see, I'm in the lobby of where I'm staying. I was just entertaining folks playing some piano. Oh, Heather and Camille, they're phenomenal, of course. I didn't expect any less. Hello. I knew they were going to bring it. They're vicious, they're savage, already certified savage. So I'm not surprised. So, Dharmendra, what I would suggest is your plan. You know, have that plan. And after you have this plan down to find your gimmies at all costs, execute your plan. Just don't forget your plan. I tell a lot of folks stuff before they get into the exam and they get in and they forget. No, you have to practice the art of remembering what your friend Phil says, which is find your gimmies. As you're taking mock exams, begin to condition yourself to find your gimmies. That's a big one. And then after you are used to finding gimmies in the next day or two, just practice. Get used to skipping questions. Yeah, don't be scared of the skip and mark button. You know, get it into your head. I may need to skip. I may need to move around. Look at it like it's your stage. The exam is your stage. It's your platform. You move around. You're the boss. No one tells you to sit down. You tell people to sit down and listen. So don't let the exam badger you and put you in a corner. You put it in the corner. You control what happens by saying, I'm not ready to handle you right now, but when I am, it's going to be vicious for you. I'm going to question 75, for example, and then do what you need to do in further questions down the road. Then you can come back to it. But if you start panicking, oh, this question is really, no, don't do that. So be the boss of the exam and then get ready to solve real problems. I said this in the video as well. You need to solve real problems, okay? So on the exam, if they give you certain options that are namby-pamby options, don't take those. Take the ones that solve the problem. I use the example, customer has an issue. What should you do? A, apologize. B, fix the problem. It's B. You can apologize all day long. It ain't going to help them. You got to solve the problem. So get used to finding things that solve the problem. It took a while before I realized, oh, if I take this option of go to do something else, it doesn't really solve the problem. Now, when you're dealing with change requests, you don't want to hurriedly accept or reject. You have to analyze, and then you have to move on to the change control board where there is one. Okay. What else? Know where you are in the grid. So page 61, know where you are on page 61. That's very important. Get used to the grid in your head, not just to draw it out, but in your head to ask, okay, I'm doing an inventory check of this. I must be in, for you who's doing the 6th edition of BINA, you might get a question. You're checking the inventory of certain materials that were unused. Which process are you in? You got to know you're in resource management, and you got to know that you're in control resources. So all that kind of stuff is very relevant. How you think about the grid. You have to imagine yourself in the grid. Think about the grid. So for closed project or phase and closed procurements, I've got a 30-minute video out there on YouTube. Check it out. It's a 30-minute video that talks about closing, and some people think it's only for the 6th. It's not. It's for both the 5th and the 6th. In fact, those questions that are going to be unleashed, theoretically, have already been unleashed, in my opinion. People just don't know that they have been probably doing some, the 25 questions that don't count. People have been doing pre-test questions and helping the PMI. So it won't shock me if my colleagues who got certified last week have not already touched the 6 questions. Because when you look at the 6th edition, when you really break it down, it's very unlike the 5th in terms of structure of ITTOs. And that's what everyone feeds on. I mean, if you break it down, the 6th edition only has 20-something inputs, and maybe about, if you take a look at the ITTOs, the core ITTOs, I think it probably has, if you don't go with the standalone ITTOs, it has less than 20 as well. If you do go with the standalone ITTOs, then it has, I think, about 70 or 80 or maybe 60 something. So I think people are already helping PMI to understand if people can pass the 6th exam or not. I believe those pre-test questions have already been unleashed and people are answering them. So go to my video, all of that to say, go to my 6th, it says closing or PMBOK 6 closing. Yeah, ignore the 6 and study it. That's going to help you for closing. So BIM, your question, last minute tips for March 25th. Same thing I was telling Dharmendra and Anand, do it. Just do the things I mentioned. Get used to the grid. See yourself on page 61, wherever you are. If they say you are a project manager doing this, that is a signal to you that you need to locate where you are in the grid. And a lot of people get stuff wrong because they cannot locate where they are in the grid. If you can locate where you are in the grid, you're good. If you can't locate where you are in the grid, you're in trouble. So BIM, that would be my suggestion. Read the high-level overviews of each of the 47. I had to ask myself, that doesn't sound right, 47? Isn't it 49? Go through the PMBOK Guide 5th edition. If you're taking the 6th, same thing. Go through all of the high-level descriptions for every process. I think you're going to get some value and find some things that are done in the processes that you guys didn't know, because it happens to me all the time. Anytime I read the PMBOK Guide, I find something new. All right? So you're probably going to find something new again whenever you read it. Read the glossary, BIM. Don't go in without reading the glossary, okay? And BIM, you needed to have taken our mock exams. I'm not sure if you have, but if you haven't, I would have said that would be something to do. If it's on the 25th, you still got time. Take the mock exams and get ready. One of our students yesterday said, Phil, I got into the exam and looking at your mock exam questions, the real exam was a lot easier. And that's what I want to hear. I want people to be ready to face the beast by taking our test. So. All right, folks. I am going back for a second helping of fun. Like I said, I've got a 5-day non-stop course coming up here. And yeah, it's 5 days non-stop. So I need to unwind my fingers on the ivories a little bit. All right. About to play some more piano. So I wish you guys a wonderful prep. I wish you all the best. I wish you success. And I look forward to hearing the good news. Anand, Damendra, Bim. Oh, very good, Bim. Awesome. I'm glad you got to eat you. Hey, just take all I said, eat you, and run with it. All right, you're going to do great. Do all the things I've been saying. Watch the videos over the past 2 days because those tips have been helping people big time. All right, they've really been helping. All right, folks, it was great talking to you. I'm going to play a bit more piano. I know it's noisy here, so I'll see you when I do, all right? See you, Jen. I wish you all the best. Anand, Ichu, Bim, Damendra, Abina, everyone else. Take care, guys. Bye for now. Bye. Thank you very much. See ya, folks.